welcome back to my channel. So happy that I can finally put a video out here today because it's been a while and I really wanted to do this video for you guys, and I'm happy that I can get back into it since I'm about to graduate, yay, and I'm gonna have time to do more videos and stuff, so that's gonna be exciting and we're gonna have a fun time. So yeah, I'm excited. So in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how sorry, the film stopped. But anyways, what I was saying, I'm going to be showing you guys how I draw from reference in my style. So I hope this video can be helpful for you guys. So first I'm going to start out with my red non-photocopy or Col-Erase pencil, and this is perfect for sketching, so it'll give you that light touch, and then you'll be able to, you know, draw over all your lines once you're finished with your regular pencil, your mechanical pencil, or whatever pencil you prefer to use. And so I'm just going to sharpen that a little bit before we start. And I have my reference image on my iPad/laptop thingy. And this is the picture that I will be referencing from today. And this is on my Pinterest, so I'll put that in the links below so you guys can check out my Pinterest page, so you guys can go on there and draw from all the reference images that I picked from there as well. So let's get started. So first, since we're drawing a face, you always should start with a circle. I mean, it's up to you, depends on how you start your drawings or whatever, but I like to start with a circle. Sometimes I start with the eyes, I used to, but for accuracy it's better to start with a circle, because that's your main shape for your head. That's where you usually start drawing your skull, by starting out with the circle. And so after we're done with the circle, you're just lightly using light strokes for this. You're gonna draw a line down the middle, and then a line like right here, kind of almost like curved, because you want to think of the face always as a 3D object. So it's gonna have that depth. It's not just gonna be a flat line. It's gonna be like that. So just a slight one, or you could just make it straight. It doesn't matter really, but it's always great to just remember that the face is a 3D object. Okay, next what you want to do is you want to draw the eye orbits, and since I draw my eyes bigger because that's my style, I just draw a big orbit on the right side and the left side of the face, just like this. And I'm going to put the reference image over so you guys can see it. And since I like kind of cartoony noses, sometimes it turns out realistic, just depending on what I'm feeling. But basically I'm looking at the positioning of the face, and if you're just drawing to get a reference, you don't have to, not everything has to be in the exact proportion as the person's face that you're drawing, unless you're trying to make it look like that person. But in this case, I'm going to show you guys how I make it proportionate to the actual person's face. So I just kind of eyeball it, and if you look at the face, it's from the tip of the nose, from the eye, you can kind of make a shape with your mind. It's kind of like this triangle that's within this space, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like you can see this line of connection between the tip of the nose and the corner of the eye. So kind of imagine that, and just kind of really study the face, study where the nose is positioned and how things are lined up, and just look at the face and kind of make shapes out of the areas that you see. So right here I see that triangle, that imaginary triangle that's in here, that's in this area. So kind of something like that. And then I'm gonna draw her nose, which is definitely a little bit farther from her eyes, because everybody's different. Sometimes the nose can be closer to the eyes or not. So I'm gonna draw her nose, so that's gonna be about right here. And you can always fix it if it's not in the correct place afterwards. And then next, for her mouth, sometimes I like to draw a circle, because the lips take up that amount of space on the face. And you can always fix the, you know, position if it doesn't match the right position that you want or that is matching up with the face. So after that, I just go on and start drawing the eye, really. So I zoom in, and then I look at that eye, you know, and I'm just studying it. And I look at that eye, and I just, to be honest, let me just say this. This is going to be a video more about drawing from reference than trying to get the actual proportions. I'll do another video on that later, but this is just drawing from the reference. You know, you don't have to get everything perfect. It's not about that. It's just about, you know, knowing where the proper features are located, where the features are properly located on the face. So that's what you mainly want to focus on. But what you're trying to do is you're trying to just, you know, look at the human face and put it in your own style. So that's what I'm going to focus on today. So I'm going to start just drawing how I regularly draw eyes and kind of look at the shape of her eye too. But if you want, you can draw a whole nother different type of, it doesn't even have to look like hers, you know, especially if you're just trying to like position, just get it in a specific position or whatever. So I like to draw the eyes bigger, so that's what I'm doing. And then that's her lid, the flap of her lid right there. And then what also helps me when I'm doing this is I look at the shadows. Shadows help so much when positioning features on the face. Like I'm looking at, if you look at the shadow right here, just create that shadow here, because like when I need to find the distance between the eye, you know, the right eye from the left eye, or the left eye from the right eye, you know what I'm saying, I just look at the shadow. So when that shadow is going to help me position the other eye, because it's, you know, that's a lot of people's problem, like positioning the other eye. So I'm gonna zoom in there so you can see that better. So yeah, I'm just looking at that shadow, and that's gonna help me a lot from positioning to position the other eye, because that used to be a major problem for me. I would have one perfect eye over there and then like one lopsided one over there. So yeah, and then also line up the top of the eye to the other side of the face. Try to make sure it's lined up straight as possible, so then you can get that even eye. And then look at the shadows again, of course, and also look at these parts too, because these have a certain amount of space in between them too. The highlight near the tear duct, that has a certain amount of space between this part and this part. Also, like when you're drawing the face, it's a 3D plane, so it's gonna have like the nose bridge is gonna be like this, and then it's gonna go down like that, and then it's gonna be like this, and then like that, and then like, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna have all of these changes in plane shapes, you know what I'm saying, like it's gonna have these 3D lines going through. But I'm not gonna go into all that detailed stuff right now, but that's just me explaining to you that the face is 3D. Remember that it's not a flat object. So yeah, so now I'm gonna, I say yeah a lot, I'm sorry, but yeah, so I did it again. Okay, anyways, I'm just taking the shadow, looking at that so I can make that proportionate. And then also you can line up the bottom of the eye together as well, and that'll help you. And so I'm gonna go over here like that. Then we're gonna draw that other eye in. I'm gonna make sure it's, you know, has that equal amount of space on each side like that. I hope I'm not making this too complex. And yeah, so practice. It's all about practice. Just do it until you get it right. And it doesn't have to look exactly like the face unless that's what you're trying to do. It doesn't have to look exactly like mine. Make it your own if you're just doing it from reference, or if you want to make it look like that person, you know, make it more accurate, etc. So yeah, so like I'm gonna just continue on doing that, and then I'm gonna go back to her nose, you know, and I'm gonna look at this and stuff. I'm gonna see how far away this is from that. I guess like this is just an overall like tip video. Like I can't really say if it's gonna be like I'm gonna be showing you the accuracy or not, because like it depends for every drawing for me. Sometimes I'm feeling like I want it to look like the person, sometimes I'm feeling like I just want to do it for reference, you know what I'm saying? So it depends. So the tip of her nose is a little farther down or whatnot. Those are her nostrils. Just like that. And then I just like adding in shadows and stuff, but you don't need to do that yet since you add all those details in with your pencil. But it doesn't matter, you can do what you want. Like, art is a free thing, you know. Yeah, there's better ways, there's things you can do better and stuff you can improve in, but art is freedom. You can do whatever you want. So that's the great thing about art. Okay, so I don't know if you guys seen my video on how I draw an eye. There's this little tip for eyebrows that I give, and I basically it's kind of like this little peanut shape that you're making, and that's like the brow bone. So this is what would be under the eyebrow. So it's kind of like this little circular motion shape that you're making here, because if you look at you look at a face, you see that depth in between. You see that depth right here between the eyelid and then the brow bone. And so there's fat right there, so it's gonna be thicker, and you're going, I don't know where it stopped off at, but anyways, yeah, so this is like basically helping you to position. Sorry, it stopped again, but make your lines light though. That's what you want to do. So anyways, I'm just making it darker so you guys can see. So there's that shape, so that's gonna help you with the eyebrow, and that's what's helping me right now. Because really you want to do it lighter than this, but I'm just doing this so you guys can see. Also, you don't have to use this pencil. You can use any H pencil. The H pencils are the light ones. 4H, 2H, 3H, any of those are great pencils for sketching, for your rough sketch or whatever or whatnot. So that's the eyebrow there. And then we can go over here and do the same thing and just kind of eyeball how that, you know, has that space right there and how much that is. And it kind of gives you that natural flow when you do this technique, this brow bone technique. And I learned this from the artist Rake on YouTube. Oh my gosh, he's amazing. Like, his art is awesome. And so I learned this little trick from him. So yeah, all about practice. Just practice, and you can do it. You can do anything you set your mind to. I believe in you. You can do it. So yeah, I love brows. Like, if you guys follow like my Snapchat, like, I love my brows like so much. Like, brows on fleek all day. Like, if you see my drawings too, you'll see that I just love having those brows on fleek. They have to be on fleek. Like, oh my goodness. Brows are life, they are. But anyways, yeah. So that's how the brows will look. And yeah, so that's that for now. And then we can start with the mouth, the lips. And just eyeing like the space in between it. But sometimes I don't like to make the mouth or the lips far away from the nose as it is on the actual drawing, because I like a more cartoony look, so I make it a little closer. But this type of drawing that I'm doing now is semi-realistic. So I'll do a cartoon version. I don't know where to stop that. Okay, but yeah, so I'm just drawing the eyeballs now. And just gonna continue adding a few more details. And then the face, what you can do is imagine a skull, and this is the cheekbone will be here, and this is where it would sink in at, kind of like that. You see what I'm aiming at? And that's how that helps me to find where I'm positioning those cheeks. But in the photo, there's hair covering this part of her face, so that's good, because I didn't want to do all that extra. But yeah, so basically, it doesn't have to be exactly the same. Sometimes I like to, instead of making more of the organic shapes, I make more like a rounder face. And it's gonna look a lot better once I have outlined it with my pencil, or, you know, finished the details or whatnot. And then the hair, you just take nice light strokes. And kind of picture the rest of her head that will come a little bit further up. And it doesn't have to look the same. It could be any hair you want, unless, you know, you want it to look like the picture. So it's kind of different, but that's okay. You can do whatever you want with it. So this is just, you know, quick little rough sketch of it. And then that's her hand under there somewhere. A little trick for hands is kind of like making how the shape of like this part, and kind of like making a little, kind of like a square thingy. I'll get into more detail about that on different videos, but that always helps me when I'm drawing hands, because hands used to be a real problem for me. So yeah, just be quick and flow with it. You can always fix those little mistakes and stuff later. It's okay. It is okay to make mistakes, because you learn from them. You'll learn a lot from them. So I'm gonna just draw the rest of her arm. And her shoulder goes over here. And yeah, so basically, yeah, that's how you hit all those features very nicely. And I'm just gonna start adding in details for her eye. I might speed through this and do time lapse, but I haven't done a tutorial like in a while. I don't know, have I even done like a tutorial? I've only done that eye tutorial. But anyways, I'm just gonna go ahead and just be free with the eye that I'm drawing and just kind of go with it. I like to thicken it to give it that more cartoony vibe. That's a little too much right there. Also, I'm not really feeling that too well today, so it's not the best, but I wanted to put this up here for you guys because I've been trying to do this for a long time. I actually do the eyebrows just like I do them in real life on my face. Kind of like starting with that line at the bottom and then making those strokes. And once I'm ready to draw the pupil, I start with a little circle in the middle, and then for that cartoony look I just put that big highlight right beside it, and then I shade the top dark and then I go down to light, so I make like a little gradient. Make it go down like that. So that's how that first eye looks. Sorry I'm so quiet, I'm just focusing. And then you can exaggerate the eyelashes if you want to. You can do anything you want. It doesn't have to be exactly the same unless that's what you're aiming for. Okay, so now that I'm with doing the hair, I'm just taking like light and flowing strokes and just looking at the depth. So when I see the darker areas, like here, the darker areas, that's what you really want to look at, and you shade those in so it gives you a sense of where, you know, the hair goes. And it's always going to be darker near the face, the hair. So that can help you. I made her forehead a little bit too big, but you can always fix that. going to right now fix that forehead because I made it into a 5 head. So we're gonna just fix that by adding hair and shade. And there's some darker areas over here as well. And you can also see, hold on. You can see that depth behind the side of her cheek from her hair over here too. And depth over here behind her neck, because there's always going to be shade behind there. Sorry, I'm not doing my best today, guys. Well, I am trying my best. It's just I'm not feeling too well. So, I will have better videos soon. Sometimes when I'm actually doing a serious drawing and I'm trying to, you know, create something that I'm finishing, instead of just a sketch like this, I would just color the lips for that pop of color if they have lipstick on or whatnot, or colorful eyeshadow. I'll just color those areas. And then add some shadow under the chin. So this is just basically a quick sketch, not really anything too serious. And then I like to add little strands outside of the hair, even though you might not be able to see them on the photo, just to give that realistic touch to it. I love adding little strands. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope I was able to give you some good tips. This is just a little sketch that I put together for you guys. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video and you found it helpful. And just leave down in the comments below what you'd like to see me draw next, or what you would like to see me do for a tutorial, or if you have any questions, don't be afraid to ask me. But yeah, so this is the final image. I'm gonna zoom in for you guys. And yep, that is how I draw from reference. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for just supporting my art. Like, I love you guys so much. I thank you so much for just supporting me and my art, and yeah, being my loyal fans. I love you guys so much, and I hope I can make you guys happy through my art and inspire you all each and every day. But yeah, there's always more ways that I can improve. I'm still improving and I'm still practicing. So thank you guys for following along this journey with me. And yes, just thank you guys so much. And just remember, you can do anything that you set your mind to. You can do it. Just practice, 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 and you can do anything. Just believe in yourself and don't give up. Don't ever give up. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. So thanks, and God bless. Bye.